What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. Those of you catching up the replay, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on all notifications. So when we do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So, got this in the mail today, and I get it now. Nitro Red. I get it now. Now I understand why I keep getting asked about it. Yeah, I can see why it's a hype beast. It's cheap, powerful. Working on a review for it. Smells great. I have more sprays than apparently I need. Like in my shorts scent of the day video, people are like, man, you didn't need that many sprays. Well, I actually added one it's on the lion's head, basically. So I'm doing some testing, and I got 5 sprays around the neck. 6 sprays is a lot for this fragrance. Like, it's going to be mixing with these 3 fragrances we're looking at today. So yeah, it's a beast. I can tell you right now, I get the tie-in to Baccarat Rouge more. It's like a fruity, aquatic Baccarat Rouge. I get the Invictus relation. It's good. It's kind of like BR540 mixed with Hawass, but not synthetic like Hawass. Kind of like that, like in that realm. It's good. It's good. Is it special? No. Is it laid back and casual and probably get a lot of compliments for people? I'm sure. It's really strong. Really strong and not super synthetic. It's a good combination. I can see why people like this. So review coming in the next few days for Dumont Nitro Red. Good stuff. So we got the newest release from Scent Journey Fragrances, Caribbean Casanova. I picked another fragrance from Plume Impression called Etat de Grace, I believe is how you say that. And then State of Mind, Open Mind, I picked out because I like Sense of Humor so much. I was like, well, let me grab their aquatic based around a tea note. Pretty excited about that one because I did pick these 2 out for collaboration. When you do stuff with the fragrance group, so Avant-Garde and everything, they give you a list of stuff. You can just a couple different brands and pick what you want. So naturally, I look at the notes for those because, like, I want to pick something that I want, and I'm definitely interested in those. I was impressed by both brands, so I picked fragrances from both of those brands again, and then they always impress. Lido Life, Cocktails and Catamarans is phenomenal, and then the Cocoa, what's it called? I wore it the other day. The hybrid fragrance. Cocoa Cocktails. I couldn't remember. It was Cocoa something. Cocoa Cocktails is a hybrid of Cocktails and Catamarans and Rotan Ruins. Yeah, Rotan Ruins, I believe. And it's a lot of Cocktails and Catamarans in there. It's got that pina colada vibe. So, like, they got some really good stuff from the house. I'm expecting tropical since it's called Caribbean Casanova. Maybe an evening tropical fragrance. I don't know. I haven't looked at the notes. These I have looked at. I don't remember this one exactly, but I know this is like an aquatic tea fragrance. So, and the bottle looked cool, blue. So we'll get into those in a few minutes. We're at the 3-minute mark. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on your way in. It does help. We'll get started around the 10, 12-minute mark. Depends. Let's get caught up with the chat. Kix Griffey wearing Pacific Woods. Good stuff. Kix Griffey approved is a good one. It is definitely a good one. Good to see you, Joel. No worries. Never tried that fragrance. Sometimes Stunner itself. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let them know. Appreciate you, Joel. Good to see you, E. Blue Noir EDP. I saw you post on IG. Never heard of it, Patrick. Never heard of it. Warm in Southwest Louisiana today. We're in Versace Pour Homme. Shout outs to Louisiana. Shout outs to you and Versace Pour Homme. Kalen, good to see you, my man. Afternoon swim. You can't go wrong there. Super, super fresh and orange heavy. And then you got some Bread Yeezy 350s dead stock in a trade. I mean, hell yeah. Any Yeezy 350s, and I just aesthetically, they look great to me, all the different colors, and they're super comfortable. I've only got 2 pair myself, but I wore the shit out of them for a while. I kind of got away from them. I got the Beluga 2.0s and the Sesames. Had them for years at this point. Cool Water Ocean Extreme. Watching Cody get smacked around. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was a great ending. Because I saw people's footage from the arena of The Rock dropping the F-bomb and everything, because naturally they beeped it out on TV because there's a few second delay so they can beep out profanity. But it was a promo-heavy Raw, but it was a great promo-heavy Raw. The Punk, Rollins, and Drew McIntyre segment was great. The Cody segment with The Rock coming out was great. And then the ending segment of Cody and The Rock was great. It was just great. It really was. The build with Sammy after he lost to Bronson Reed with the whole idea of Chad Gable's going to kind of be his Mickey to Rocky kind of thing. I like the way they're going with everything. This would be a great Mania season. It's been a great Mania season. Mania is going to be great. I'm excited. Noir Extreme Parfum. Sean, good to see you. Adonis Awakens. Ooh, now we're talking. Cinnamon Night Vanilla. Ooh, you're just killing it today. Would you say layering cocktails and catamarans Row 10? Well, there's a balancing of it. Because, I mean, you can spray it all you want, but actual perfuming it and balancing it while blending is different. When it's being perfumed that way, it's going to be totally different from you just spraying. And, I mean, you can get something kind of similar, I would think, but to make it smell exactly the same, just doing this many sprays of this many sprays of that, I don't think you'll achieve the exact same experience. Meteor, Coral Fantasy, great choice. AJ, good to see you. Reflection 45, banger, absolute banger. Dan, not the man, good to see you. Ooh, interesting layering combo. Super minty pineapple heavy Club de Nuit Intense Man limited edition. I bet that does smell good. Good to see you, John. Stefan Humbert Lucas Taklamakan. Is that how you say that? Taklamakan? I'm probably saying that wrong, but I gave it a shot. Good to see you, sir. Spice Bomb Extreme, great choice. Clinton, Ultra Male, excellent choice. Well, look who's back wearing Boss Bottled Oud. How are you, sir? Let's see. Scent of the day, why sell myself? Just like Born in Roma Intense, I basically just smell good. That's kind of a good way to look at it, man. That's a pretty good way to look at it. Dilly, good to see you, my man. Alan wearing Hawass Ice. That's starting to get to the point where I like that more than regular Hawass. Hell of an Aquatic. Never heard of it, but welcome. Sean, good to see you, sir. Really liking it so far. I hope you enjoy it, man. For those of you who don't know, that's Michelle's first release. I hope you enjoy it, man. I saw your post on in the Facebook group. Arabian Night Silver. That's a good one. Kind of like Rocha Sloan, but niche. Kind of how I look at that. I don't do brackets. I've never done one because I'm not really that heavy into college basketball. Good to see you, sir. Plum and Cognac, great fragrance. Been waiting for that to come out in the UK for 3 months. Dumont doesn't seem to sell any of their releases over here. Noted. Roy, good to see you, sir. Zafiro from Zerzhov, you smell classy. That's a beautiful fougere. Beautiful fougere. 9 p.m. is indeed a beast. Starwalker Extreme. Strong with you only. Underrated. I wore it the other day. I agree. Dylan Blue for Cody. Great choice. Club de Nuit Intense Man. You can't go wrong there. Colonia Essenza. I think I smelled that one with Justin once. Or was that one of the decants he sent me? I don't remember. It's fruity. It's very fruity and aquatic. A little bit. Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say it's distinctive like loads of watermelon, but I could believe it. I haven't looked at the notes. I guess watermelon's like the thing for it. That makes sense. Yeah, I would say I get a little bit of that. Because I haven't looked at the notes yet. I just kind of sprayed it in all the hearsay that people have been telling me. That it smells like this, smells like that. And I get all of those tie-ins people are talking about. But watermelon, yeah. Yeah, because it's a very watery, fresh, fruity, sweet. Not really all that spicy, aromatic. It's very pleasant. I'm not surprised to hear watermelons in there. Good to see you, my man. Now you're the final boss. We're an ATH legend. Youp Le Parfum. Cinnamon Night Hard Candy Elixir. Ray Valp trying to get fucked up tonight and listen to some beats. Have a great stream. Well, Curtis, thanks for stopping by. I hope you get fucked up tonight and listen to some beats then. It's a good scent. Let's see. Just put in Fragrance Nut order. Cedrat Boisé, Eros Flame, Supremacy in Heaven. Pick these in large part due to your reviews, LFG. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoy them, Jake. Beach Life, good to see you, sir. Wearing Le Beau Paradise Garden. Just got my 10 ml today, and the best way I can put it is it smells like a green version of Boss Bottle Pacific. That's fair. Great stuff. I have to get a bottle. That's fair. I like that comparison. Green Boss Bottle Pacific. That makes sense. Boss the Sin Elixir. Phenomenal. My favorite designer release of the year. I'd like to thank you and Dedrick for your review of the Gris Charnel Extrait from BDK. I tested it today. It's one of the best scents I've ever smelled. Ditto. I still need to get I will have a bottle this year at some point. We just hit the 10-minute mark. Let me find a good stopping point, and we'll go ahead and jump into it. Speaking of Rocha Sloan, that's what Ryan's wearing today. Kajira, good to see you, my man. Black Anubis. Start my YouTube fragrance channel. Wish me luck. Best of luck to you, sir. Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Let that be number one. Vetiver Sensuel, great choice. 8 and Bob Original, and then Prodalome Intense for the evening. Greetings from Chile. Well, welcome. Glad to have you. Tonka Cola also testing out ATH Hard Candy Elixir and ATH Guapo. Pink Panther, good to see you. Wearing code Absolute. Kind of sad it got discontinued. I'm running out. Yes, Barbados XX Intense. No, apparently not. But somebody could have bought the light. I'm sure whoever has the license could keep those going. I don't know if I never heard anything about them going out of business. They filed bankruptcy a few years ago, but that doesn't mean going out of business. I saw your message earlier. I didn't have time to talk. That's why I didn't respond. I just kind of looked over when I was in traffic at a red light, and I saw your message. It's literally exactly what he typed here was the message. Wulong Cha. Damn good choice. Love the seams. Sesames. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, I mean, speaking of sneakers, real quick before we dive into it. Not everybody saw my Instagram post last night, but these came in yesterday. Voila. Powder Blue 9s. Those came in yesterday. It's raining all day today. It's going to be wet tomorrow. Needless to say, I'm not busting them out for that. So in the next couple of days when I don't have, wet concrete, I'm going to bust out the Powder Blue 9s. I'll probably do a video on them. All right, where was I? I lost my spot. Oh, right here. Despoir Ombre. Which one? Oh, Ombre No Mas Solar Despoir Ombre is the one you grabbed. Okay, I got you. Amazing scent. It's as close as you say. I mean, it's great to me. I love it. Very situational, though. Not often you're going to see me wear it, but I totally respect and appreciate it. It's like winter only for me. Good to see you, sir. Here, a bunch of random rack store sprays. Do not. So you're the person that commented that on YouTube, then? No, I do not. Like, at all. I think that's some kind of chemical reaction with your natural skin chemistry, with your natural oils that's giving you that, probably. Dame, what's going on, my man? Downtown Deja Vu. Hell yeah. Marty, good to see you, sir. D, what's going on, my man? At first, when I first got it, I was like, I still like Hawass a little more. But no, I haven't touched Hawass since I got Hawass Ice. I wore Hawass Ice the other day. It's like, I kind of like it a little more. Kind of leaning that way. Jim's good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Product Carbon, excellent choice. So, guys, I'm going to skip ahead. We need to get rolling. We got 3 fragrances to check out. So I apologize. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Please, nobody get butthurt and upset that I'm skipping ahead. For those of you that were here yesterday, I hope you're giggling a little bit. Wow, I'm pretty far behind. Okay, Selly, what's going on, my man? We're stopping at Selly. I want the military blues too. Supposedly they're making like 800,000 or 1 million pairs or something like that. So they should be pretty easy to get. Hell, Powder Blue 9s were still available on my size on Nike yesterday. So those didn't sell out yet. At least as of yesterday, they didn't sell out yet. I bought mine ahead of time. So whatever. So let's start with Caribbean Casanova from Scent Journey Fragrances, shall we? So nice presentation here. Has the magnetic flip side to the box. Bottle is encased in some foam. It's cut out to the shape of the bottle, which they have these dark translucent blue glass bottles with this metal enamel and lacquered. It's kind of like clear coated or lacquered on top. The enamel paint. Nice plates. Very nice plates. Faux wood distressed look. It's plastic, but it's a faux wood look to the cap. Doesn't hold into place, but it is a nice little cap, I got to say. And we'll give a spray on top of the NWO logo. Why not? Beautiful atomizer. Look at that. I was going to say that's not what I expected, but I really didn't know what I was expecting. Before I say anything, let me get closer. It's familiar. Oh, maybe not. Now that I got closer, out in the air, it was something familiar about it, but no. This is like a fruity beverage at a tiki bar. Ankles in the ocean, feet in the water kind of thing, because it's very watery. Very aquatic, but has that not margarita feel, and not pina colada either. Because it's not like heavy coconut, but it's kind of that blended beverage type of smell meets an aquatic. There's a warmth to it, but it's still creamy. It's that creamy frothiness of a blended beverage. The Casanova part of the name would make me think evening, but this is just a fun daytime fragrance. Very much another beach vacation fragrance. You know, that's kind of the thing with Scent Journey fragrances. They're based here in Florida by the beach. It's all about tropical themes and styles and stories. And this one's not heavily synthetic like cocoa cocktails and catamarans. That's got a hefty dose of ambroxan, so it's very synthetic. Beautiful, but synthetic. It's got a sharpness to it at the top, whereas here it's a lot smoother. It even has a little bit of an iciness to it, not minty, but kind of this ice accord kind of thing going on. I have no idea if that's actually what's going on. Let's pull up the website and let's go take a look. This has a really good shot at being the number 2 ahead of Lido Life for me. Let's go to Shop Fragrances. Not cocoa cocktails. Where is it? Caribbean Casanova. So you get samples for $7.50. Let's read this. Caribbean Casanova was created with one thing in mind. We wanted to capture the imagery of a suave and successful businessman. Imagine a top-achieving entrepreneur sailing around the seas on his prized yacht. Luxury, refinement, and a relaxed confidence is the mood we captured with this stunning creation. It is a very relaxed, chill kind of fragrance. So that makes sense. Let's see what this stunning creation. Our fragrance elegantly captures the sillage wafting around during exclusive A-list maritime soirees. Caribbean Casanova opens with a bright and refreshing apple brandy accord. So that's why I get this blended beverage kind of thing. There is a sweet boozy accord here with some fruitiness in the very first thing they mention. A velvety, smooth, and invigorating citrus accord helps to round out the opening. Next up is a bright, spicy ginger. As the fruity opening progresses, a masculine heart comes into focus. Casanova's heart consists of a beautiful blend of red fruits, lavender, and spicy facets. True to its name, Caribbean waves always faintly lapping against the hull in the background. A familiar, comforting, aquatic nature runs through this fragrance. Finally, the base is delicately blended combination of clean vetiver notes, musk, and sugared ambergris. Sugared ambergris. All right, so top is citrus, apple brandy, ginger, mids lavender, spices, pineapple, and sea notes. Base of musk, vetiver, driftwood, and sugared ambergris. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but because it really is smooth, like the mentioning the smoothness of this is better than cocktails and catamarans to me. And I praise that one for years now. Like nothing he's released since cocktails, because cocktails and catamarans were their first fragrance. Nothing since has been able to top it for me. This does, solely because I get that relaxing, aquatic, fruity drink vibe that kind of like this is the beverage in hand for the guy that's wearing French Riviera from Mancera. Am I painting the picture for you? Like you guys know how I speak about French Riviera. This does not smell like French Riviera, but this evokes that mood and that vibe that I speak of when I talk about French Riviera. So naturally, this goes right in there with me on how I feel about something like French Riviera. So this is now my favorite, and this is just the opening. This is now my favorite. I can tell you right now, it's because fragrances tend to only get better after the opening, especially niche blends like this. So get a sample of this if you like cocktails and catamarans or anything else from the brand in general. I would strongly suggest spending the $7.50 and getting a sample so you can try this. Or if you like French Riviera, and again, I state, it does not smell the same, but it evokes the same mood, same vibe. It gives me the same feeling. That laid back, casual summer day, very chill type of day. Nothing real upbeat or to get super excited about. You're just relaxing. It's one of those days. It's a mellow mood in the summertime. This and French Riviera pull that out of me. So this is a 9 out of 10. Just for this opening alone and the feeling I get when I smell it. Is a 9 out of 10. I'm not sure if you're watching right now, my man, but you get the soft live stream clap. Bravo. This is absolutely a sample worthy fragrance. Nothing's really like a necessary blind buy at your own risk, but you can sample. You don't have to blind buy. Sample this one. I love how it marries the fruitiness, the booziness, and the aquatic notes very well. And sugared ambergris, that's interesting to list because there is a sweetness, but it's not overdone. And it's musky, but it's not sharp. It's a cleanliness, clean musky feel, but and that creaminess at the top it's not too creamy. Like it's probably the ginger that's doing that, because ginger most of the time is going to give you one of two things. It's going to be crisp. You're going to get spice from ginger almost no matter what, basically. Almost no matter what. Notice how I said almost. There are instances where you won't get much spice from it, but you usually either get crisp and bright or creamy from ginger. At least that's been my experience. And this is creamy, and it's not overtly spicy, but a light little touch of spice kind of mellowing underneath the bed of citrus, fruit, booze, and aquatic notes with musk all around it. This fragrance is such a vibe. This is going to be hard to beat for the other two. The other two have a tall task in this live stream because I quite enjoy this. So you can get a 2 ml, a 10 ml, a 50 ml, and they have a 50 ml black bottle that I'm not familiar with as well. So the 50 mLs are $150. So, TLTG 10, he's creating as this live stream goes live. It's not an affiliate code. It's just there for you guys if you want to use it. He's going to leave it active for a few weeks, kind of how Mike from Day 3 created a code for a few weeks. Again, not an affiliate code, there to hook you guys up if you want to try it. So the bottle I have is $10 less than whatever the special black bottle is. 10 ml is sold out, but it's $30. 2 ml supposedly sold out, but $7.50. TLTG 10 will save you 10%. I would hope that's just a mishap and it's going to be updated, because I can't imagine just launching a fragrance and you don't have these things, but you have them listed. So I think maybe they're just in the process of being done, perhaps. I would think. Yeah, I like this. I like this one a lot. This is the one to beat in this video. Those two have a tall task. Damn, I got some good stuff on me right now because this is really good too. Very different from one another, but both very good. Man. This is technically what layering is for me when I'm testing multiple things at once. Like I have what I'm wearing, plus now I'm spraying other things to experience for the first time. So this is kind of layering for me. It's intentional, but not like a go out in the world to create a new aroma type of layering thing. This is more just fragrance reviewer layering, I guess is how you could look at that. So I'm sure this sillage currently with Caribbean Casanova and Nitro Red, I bet it's nice because separately they're incredible. Let's get caught up on this chat before we dive into another one. Let's see. Tommy wanted to go nostalgia. Can't go wrong there. Got it on to, so that's a conversation that I'm not privy to. Hell yes, sir. New Air Max DNs launched today. Yeah, they did, because happy Air Max Day, everyone. I actually did not wear any Air Maxes. I wore some all black Infinity React Run 2 to the gym, and I'm wearing some Nike slides right now. So no Air Maxes on Air Max Day for me today. Adonis Awakens. We got two in the chat wearing Adonis Awakens. Great choices. Kajal Lamar bought the full bottle off your recommendation. That's still my favorite from the house. Stunning fragrance. What's going on, man? Shout outs from New Orleans. Giancarlo, good to see you. Killian Apple Brandy. Yeah, Jason does content on his Instagram. Like a daiquiri. Not quite like when I say blended, naturally, if you're from Louisiana, you're going to think daiquiri. So yes and no. Because daiquiri in Louisiana, you're not going to be on the beach with a daiquiri. But it's very much that coastal beach vibe. You're on vacation. It's a vacation fragrance is kind of how I would look at it. This will transport you. I mean, I know the story wasn't completely about vacation, but it was about a successful businessman's vacation on his yacht, coastline, water hitting the hull, you know, having a drink, all these different things. So it kind of is that. They're bad about that, man. Neil, good to see you, sir. Boston Elixir, another one wearing Boston Elixir. Great choice. Kazmat Smesh, I've never tried. I've heard it mentioned a few times in the live chat. Sprayed on Blockade. Damn, you smell great, sir. You smell great. First stream officially tonight. So that's on the YouTube channel. That's going to be the one on the YouTube channel. Ryan sprayed it for. Hopefully it's not in the same area. Monagal Cafe Del Mar and BDK Cell d'Argent. Can't wait to wear them this summer. Indeed, indeed. So I'm trying to skip ahead, get caught up, and we're going to dive into the next one. I think we're going to go with Open Mind next from State of Mind. Pretty excited to check that out, Jeremiah. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you as well, sir. I like how you nanu in this motherfucker. Huh? Good to see you. I mean, I always want to say Boz, but it's not Boz anymore. So Slavin, good to see you, sir. Galloway, and just bought a bottle of Gentleman Cologne. Well, cheers to that. And you guys will be seeing these for a while. When I went to Vitamin Shop the other day, I needed some more Yohimbe. And I was like, oh, I'm going to grab some Rise drinks since I'm here. And I saw they had the Baja Bomb, one of the new flavors from Redcon. And I went to scan a I'm going to just buy a case of that for $30. Scan it. She's like, you know, they're buying one, get one free. I said, I did not. So I have 2 cases of this. It was the only flavor they had. I would have got Freedom Frost or something like that to mix it up to get a second flavor, but they only had cases of Baja Bomb. So I got not 24 left, but I bought 24 of these. So for a little bit, you guys will see me drinking this one in these streams. Hit that thumbs up. Look who's back. Let them know. Very, very, very safe blind buy there, Boz. Even if you don't like it, you didn't spend much. It was sent to me by So Avant-Garde. So TLTG 20 will save you 20%. You can get samples and all that good stuff, which we're going to be cross-referencing on the website. It was sent to me by the fragrance group who distributes for So Avant-Garde. Yeah, super safe. Interesting emoji choice, but all right. Whales in the house, rocking my vintage polo green. Very strong. I've had it over 20 years. Just goes to show if stored properly, they'll last and last and last. Yes, it was amazing. That was a great closing segment. They do not. They do not. So be wary, because if you'll notice if you're in any of the Creed groups on Facebook, I don't really go in them anymore, but you used to see people hunting caps down all the time. Because that's the thing. Because when you get the tester, you end up wanting the cap. Because the testers are substantially cheaper most of the time, but you're going to end up spending $30-$40 from somebody to get it out. So just keep that in mind. Ooh, excellent choice. Found my next winter fragrance, Montal Oud Tobacco. That is a good one. That's the first wow fragrance I've ever smelled. Tell me about the performance. Very strong sillage. I always tell this story when Oud Tobacco comes up, because the opening smells like Flintstone vitamins to me. I know that sounds off-putting, but I kind of dig it. I'll never forget at it's Kroger, but it's King Soopers when I was in Colorado Springs. The cashier and the bagger both complimented me and both guessed something about the fragrance. I got smoky and I got tobacco. Each of them, one said, ooh, it's smoky. He's like, yeah, I kind of smell tobacco. I said, but does that mean it smells good? They said, oh, yeah, it smells great. And that's what we were about to ask next. What are you wearing? So it was 2 fellas. You know, me and the wife were checking out with our groceries. And I said, ooh, it smells smoky. He's like, yeah, I kind of smell tobacco. You know, and that was my follow-up. But does that mean it smells good? You know, so interesting. Some things just kind of burn in your memory with certain fragrances. I'll never forget that. That's the only time I've been complimented on that fragrance. But yeah, it's good stuff. Great performance, Montal. You should expect great performance. Something's wrong if you don't get great performance out of Montal. Zoha Aroma, Myrtle, Bleecker Street inspiration. Noted. No, not the EDP. It's called Ombre, because they got 3 different fragrances that are Lord d'Espoir. They have Ombre, and then the other 2 I didn't really care for enough. I just like Ombre, because AMBRE, which is their inspiration of Ombre Nomad. So, yes, on YouTube. All right, noted. So, all right, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, guys, because I want to. Ooh, you're wearing a great fragrance. That's one of my all-time favorites. Here we go. Absurdly potent. That's a good way to look at it. My dad took it as a gift and bagged it with him to Brazil. Eternal Sillage feels like. Yeah, they're phenomenal. Phenomenal. For the scent alone, because the intense is absurdly powerful, but the parfum smells better. You just got to dial back the performance a little bit. It's still long lasting. It's just not crazy loud. The parfum's my favorite. I've never tried that one. Vince Camuto Ohm, you are wearing the best cheapie of the bunch in the chat today for sure. I have not tried that one yet. I don't have much experience with them, and I still haven't gotten that one yet, and we've made it to the bottom. We're going to move into the next fragrance because I busted the plastic on them, so we didn't have to deal with that. But this is now going to be my second experience from State of Mind. I couldn't help but pick their aquatic. It's called Open Mind. It's a blue bottle. I can't wait to see what this blue looks like because the green looked incredible. I forgot it's got this tube inside of the box. I was sitting there thinking the bottle might move around, but I forgot about this tube. Ooh, I like this color blue. Oh, let's just say go heels now, shall we? Say what? It's an even better shade of blue than I thought in pictures. I thought it was a darker blue than this. That is straight up Carolina blue, baby. Go heels. And any of you that don't like it, sorry about it. Go heels. Hell yeah. That is straight up baby blue. Like sky blue. Hell yeah. I love the color of the bottle. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's irrelevant. But it's the little things that bring you joy in life, right? And then this gigantic glass cap that is magnetic. Let's give it a spritz. See what we're working with. We're going to go right here on top of the wrist. Big, nice spray. Ooh, that's very fresh, but very herbal. Herbaceous. Should I say it like they say overseas? Because when I say herbaceous, how it's said in North America, I get flack. Have for years. For years. It's weird. People are weird on the internet. I don't necessarily mean you guys because we hang all the time, but and I mean in the live chat. Whoever's rewatching the replay, I have no idea who's doing that. But it's actually a spicy green, but it's very airy. It's not as aquatic as I thought it would be. Very airy fragrance, though. So it kind of fits with the whole sky blue color scheme. Oh, this has a nice spicy green feel to it, but super fresh and airy. Very much a springtime fragrance. Quality stuff. I'd be surprised if Ambroxan's in here. I don't smell any Ambroxan because they had Ambroxan in Sense of Humor, the green fragrance, but it's quite spicy, actually. I didn't see that coming. Because I remember seeing aquatic, and I was like, ooh, okay. Not what I expected it to smell like at all. Pleasant surprise for what I was not anticipating this to smell like. I actually am kind of glad it worked out this way because it doesn't remind me of anything, so that's always fun. When you smelled as many fragrances as I have at this point, it's nice when you come across stuff that you haven't smelled before. Unique profile is always a great thing, especially if it's enjoyable. This indeed is enjoyable. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say it's better than Caribbean Casanova because that vibe really steals it for me. This is like if you want something that's on the fresher side, but still has a lot of class and elegance to it. This is very much Fougere meets ozonic fragrance. It's like two styles blended into one. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up Parfumo. Should come up here. See, look, that's the color of the bottle on here. That is not the same kind of blue. Like it's very much a baby blue, sky blue in person, which I'm even happier with. Poor ratings from the 3 people that rated it. Woody, lime melon, whatever the hell that is, hinoki. That's why I picked it. It had hinoki wood. That's what that weird note is that I can't figure out. Okay, because there's something different about it. I just didn't know what the hell it was. Rock Samphire, no clue. Blue Cypress, plenty of that. Plenty of that. I'm guessing this is the T note. Blue Cypress, Gaiac Wood Lotus. So there's where the wateriness comes from. But it's actually quite airy. Melon kind of surprises me. I don't get much. There's some slight, very light fruitiness, but not much. I wouldn't sit here and put it as a top 5 accord, which they only put woody, which it is woody, but it's very green and spicy. But ozonic, airy, fresh. I'm going to rate it higher than that. That doesn't reflect my feelings. That 5.7 out of 10 on 3 ratings, that damn sure doesn't reflect my feelings. Now, it's not going to be a 9 out of 10. We're going to give it another moment, let it settle a little bit. Ooh, look at their bottles look cool. I'm sorry. They just do. Powdery, woody, floral, sweet, spicy. Might have to check out Creative Inspiration next. Unisex. Bergamot, iris, oolong tea, jasmine, pimento, rice powder, licorice. Okay. So if I get another opportunity to pick another state of mind fragrance, I think I'm picking this. That alone makes me think I'd enjoy it. What are they? They're classifying it as woody. All right, I hate to do this, but they kind of lacking some accords here. I'm curious on what others are rating for this. So this is one of those rare occasions that this shithole is going to be on screen. Woody, aromatic, fresh, spicy, ozonic, green, citrus, aquatic. I agree with all of that. A lot of aromatic, fresh, spicy, ozonic, green. Like I would put that over woody. I would put woody at like number 3, personally. Maybe as it dries, it just becomes super woody dominant. That's probably why it's like that. Yeah. I agree with all of that. And not rated the best on here either. Melon, lime, hinoki wood, green tea. Whatever that is. The hell is this? An aromatic, warm, spicy note. So there's my green spices. Chrythmum? Never heard of it. Chrythmum. Sounds like Mike Tyson trying to say Christmas. Chrythmum. Cypress, Gaiac wood, cade oil, and lotus. But hinoki wood, this is a special note. It's a little citrusy, woodsy note. So this really heightens the woody nuance. Probably get more and more hinoki wood with the Gaiac wood as it dries. That's probably why it says woody dominant. Because that's got to be what's providing the citrusy feel that I'm getting. Famously heightened type of cypress. Some lemony facets. There you go. So this is exactly why it's so green and so woodsy. But the reason it's so ozonic and fresh, that I don't know. I mean, lotus will give you a little bit of aquatic floral note, light and airy, but I mean, it must have a lot of lotus in here, a lot of lotus oil, because it's very airy, fresh. I like this a lot, like 8 out of 10 kind of stuff. Great. It's a great fragrance. Not wow, but great. Wow is when we start getting into 9 out of 10 for me. And that's what I get from Caribbean Casanova because of the vibe of it. Yeah, I just love the way that smells. Whereas this is very unique. Very unique, I have to say. State of mind, open mind. Worth a sample if you're looking for a very green, airy, woodsy fragrance that will mislead you into thinking there's aquatic. Now, maybe others will get more of a watery feel from it. I don't get a watery feel, but I get very airy, ozonic, fresh. Green spice, very green spiced, and woodsy. It's the main takeaways for me. It is quite nice. 8 out of 10 for that one. All right, let's see. We got a new member. Welcome, sir. Scroll back. Elite family members. Well, welcome, sir. Sure appreciate that. I'm sure we'll see some of the other members using the custom emojis. That usually happens when somebody signs up. Scent of the day, 40 knots. Great choice. I don't think this smells anything like imagination. Like at all, honestly. That would be Zero, the Mo City Don, the King of the Ghetto. Rotha Vandross, Muhammad Ali. That is my guy. Then Slim Thug. That's the 2 I listen to the most. Not the greatest of all time. I don't think they're not Mount Rushmore rappers for me, but they are my favorites. most notably Zero. I listen to Zero every day of my life for years and years and years and years and years. Him and Slim Thug. For years and years, for 20 years now, over 20 years. Yeah, because it's 2024, over 20 years. I've listened to them pretty much every day of my life. Yeah. Let's see. No, we talk about stuff like that in here. Pete, you're not here all the time, or at least you don't comment all the time. We talk about sneakers. We talk about fitness. We talk about wrestling. We talk about hip hop. It's not just fragrance. This is where my live streams go down. And sometimes you'll see stuff come up and you'll see 30 people leave because they're like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I'm only here for fragrance. And I get it. It's all good because at its core, this is a fragrance channel. Go Heels. Amethyst, great choice. Typical low. So I don't track anything in in grams. Okay, you did ask in grams. I'd have to tally everything up. I'd have to tally it up. And it's laminated. My plan's laminated on the fridge for my low day and my high day. I'd have to tally it up. Like I'd have to go run, grab it and tally it. So we're not going to break away from that. I appreciate the question. I'll try to remember to have that for next time. So nobody's asked as far as down to the gram. Thank you for asking. I have no way of answering it right now, unfortunately. Where are we at? Right here. Electimus Imperium, great choice. Just got Grease Chanel Tester off of Fragrance Net for $95 super steal. Yes, it is. Anti-clones would have 21 questions rather than just dropping $18. Uh-oh. Because I scrolled up and looked because Kaylin said this. Y'all be good. Y'all be good now. Hope all is well. Sunday, Electum. So I read that one last. Okay. Anyways. Oh, y'all all get along, fellas. Come on now. It's just a live chat. We're talking fragrance. Yeah, Hinoki wood's very unique. It usually stands out in most fragrances. My favorite that I've come across is actually called Hinoki wood from Amarud. It's amazing. I haven't worn it in a while. It's crazy strong too. It's beautiful. It's dominated by the Hinoki wood too, which is coming out more and more on this, where I feel like I was getting a ton of cypress and the chrysanthemum. I believe that's how you say that. That and the cypress, I think, was what I was getting a lot of. Now I'm getting more Hinoki wood for sure. So this is one that I didn't get the sample from State of Mind. I actually quite like it. And I want to get creative inspiration. That purple bottle, that looks like something I would like. The iris fragrance. This is salty aquatic with touch of green. When it dries down, it smells like the salt of the ocean that dried on your skin. Hell of a descriptor, Joel. And see, I'm not a fan of that one. You enjoying it? I actually gave my bottle away because I actually didn't like the clone. I like Ganymede. I just didn't like the clone. It made me nauseous. It actually made me nauseous. It was a scrubber for me. Yeah, for sure. So, Lorraine, I haven't tried that one. Mugler Alien. So, yeah, look into Amarud Hinoki wood. It's an absolute stunner. Favorite designer release that I should get? Well, it depends on your style, Rydog920. What kind of stuff do you like? If you're looking to get one of the newer releases, let me know what kind of stuff you typically like, and I'll throw out my 2 cents on what I think you might be interested in. Yeah, I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that shit. Kaylin knows. Smells like other aquatics, but made from different notes than most aquatics. Okay. My favorite's Tom Ford. Okay. I've been waiting on open mind. Yes, Carolina Blue bottle. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is like my new favorite bottle because of the color. Because I love the design to the bottle, the triangular design. It's got the logo on the bottom. No, it's not Medusa. Almost like that. When we looked at sense of humor the first time somebody said it almost looks like the lady for the Starbucks logo. That was kind of funny. I get the tie-in, but I love the way the cap is. Very unique bottle designs, quality stuff. They're all of their fragrances are based around different tea notes. That's the whole theme to the brand. It's a tea fragrance theme. And I've never tried the tea note that's in here, but the creative inspiration, we looked at the purple bottle, that's an oolong tea note. I don't remember. I think it was black tea for sense of humor, the green bottle that I have, if I remember correctly. Versace Pour Homme, Prada L'Homme. Code Parfum is great. Strong With You, absolutely. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Kara, good to see you. Chanel L'Homme Sport, that's a classic, modern classic. Great everyday fragrance. Right back at you, Kara. Good to see you. Tom Ford Oud Wood, pulled a compliment from a coworker. That's a timeless masculine fragrance right there. So many new and exciting notes and accords are being created, which needs to happen because there's so much redundancy out there. There's only so many ways to go because it gets to a point to where you can blend different notes and sometimes you'll still create similar accords to other fragrances. And that's where it's like you'll see note breakdowns that don't relate to one another, but the fragrances smell like one another. Stuff happens all the time, been happening for years. Excellent choice, man. Excellent, excellent choice. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to have you, sir. Pleasure to have you. You know, music is zeros under the radar for most, unless you're in the South. Yeah, I love Zero, man. He just dropped a new album, Ghetto Gospel. He just dropped a new album. There's only 2 songs on IG that I can use so far because I use Zero in my IG stories all the time. All the time. Yeah. Love Zero. And the funny thing is, it's like I've liked Zero for over 2 decades now, but he talks about haters a lot. So funny how that works out, right? So that's one of the reasons I use his music a lot. Really fits. Green Irish Tweed, looking forward to the replay. Luis, good to see you, sir. Watermelon Shine. That is a home run of a fragrance. I need to put that back in the rotation because I'm starting to get warmer weather. That's a beautiful watermelon heavy moonshine fragrance. Good stuff. Corn mash and stuff like that. Not only for the note breakdown, but the bottle is Judgment Day Purple. Sold. I was literally watching Rhea on Impulsive. Her episode on Logan Paul's podcast on YouTube came out like 2 hours ago. So I was watching. I'm like halfway through it right now. Yeah, hell yeah. Wearing bright leather. I saw your post on Facebook. Actually, I approved your post in the Facebook group. I have no idea who that is, Boz. Glad when I catch a live stream. Terre Parfum. Great choice. Oh, I'm sure they have a few because Paris Corner. You know, Paris Corner and Collage, that's who they distribute for. So you can get just about anything Paris Corner over there. Listen to it every day for more than 20 years. Where did time go? We're that old already. I mean, I'm 39. You damn right. I'm getting there, man. It's phenomenal. Definitely sample worthy. Super unique. No, don't get wrong. Y'all love when I go on my rants. Don't act like you don't. It's entertainment for you guys. And then it turns into I'm an angry little man. I get called all kinds of shit. It's unbelievable. Bet you know Tupac took the melody changes from Bruce Hornsby. No, sir, I did not. That is news to me. I've never heard that before. I just have to take you at your word. Keep killing the game, Ross. I'm happy to have found this community. Also, fellow wrestling fan, if you love Cody. Yes, I know, because that's our beef. He's Bloodline, and I'm a Cody fan, which I love the Bloodline. I'm just a Cody fan. I never liked Cody, his first run in WWE. Anytime a wrestler doesn't wear knee pads, I think they look stupid. And Cody started with when he was in Legacy, he had no knee pads. Like Legacy Cody, I hated Cody Rhodes. I like Ted DiBiase more than him, and I didn't like Ted DiBiase. I just like Randy. But then when he did the Dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick, I was like, all right, that's a change of pace. He's more of a normal human that's not as irritating now. I like the gimmick. Then the Undashing Cody Rhodes, like, oh, okay, so he's actually good at this. And then Stardust happened. I was like, oh, I just felt bad for him with Stardust. I was like, man, he got screwed. They are burying this dude with Stardust. And then when he left and hit the indies, that's when I really became a Cody fan, because indie Cody was great. I love indie Cody, and I'm so happy for him that, because AEW, he was not used right. He was getting himself out the world title scene, and he was getting mixed responses from the crowds. And it just, like, I was so disappointed by the AEW crowds, where he was getting the John Cena treatment, where he'd get some cheers, some boos. It was very mixed. And he's been just a massive baby face, getting tons of cheers since he came back, because Cody is really good. Cody is really good at this. He has gotten, over the years, really, really good at this business. So I don't care what you say, Terrence. Yeah, I'm a Cody crybaby. Proudly. You're damn right. I got a bunch of Cody Rhodes gear, and I'm going to be wearing Cody Rhodes. I wore Cody Rhodes stuff to the Rumble. I'm going to be wearing Cody Rhodes stuff both nights for Mania. I don't know. I might wear Rhea one night. I don't know. Because I got a lot of mommy shirts too. I haven't been wearing any of them lately, but you're always welcome here with me, Terrence. You're all right in my book, man. E, good to see you, my man. Lamal Elixir, just got my Ingenious Ginger. It's fire. Can't wait till the weather warms up. It's beautiful. It is definitely beautiful. So we got one more fragrance to get into. I know my little wrestling tangent when Terrence just now got me behind. That over 200. They're pricey. They're niche. I would recommend sampling for sure. I would definitely recommend sampling. There's a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link, but the code is an affiliate code, but it's 20% off. And it does work on the samples. That's why I encourage sample. Nothing safe about this blind buy. Nothing safe about it, because I was expecting one thing and got another, and I'm actually very happy with what I got. Oh, that Hinoki wood is shining. It's gotten so citrusy, green and woodsy. It's not as spicy as it was. Like, it was very green spicy at first. That spice has chilled out. It's really good now. Oh, 8 was an undercut. 8.5. We're bumping it a half a point. It's getting way better. 8.5 for Open Mind. We're getting into the heart. That Hinoki wood's taken over. So good. Splurge for the first time on Silver Mountain Water. Talk about a scent I couldn't be farther than expected, but holy goodness. Okay. So here's what I'll say. That's my wife's favorite scent profile. She loves the Fierce DNA, but she loves Silver Mountain Water's DNA more than anything else. That's why I've got all the twists and the turns on Silver Mountain Water. I love it too. I'm a big fan too. I actually prefer Xerjoff Mephisto. If you really like Silver Mountain Water, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a little sample. Xerjoff does these little box 2 ml samples of Mephisto. Not just Mephisto Gentle Womo. People will try to talk you into the flanker because it's so fresh and aquatic, and it's phenomenal. I have that too. But Mephisto takes away the herbaceous tea and the heavy inkiness from the black currant of Silver Mountain Water, and you get even more metallic citrus instead of an inky and metallic tone. You get more metallic citrus, musk, and the rose and iris give it this floral tone, but doesn't make it really all that feminine. Like, it still smells like Silver Mountain Water, but clearly a different take on the profile. It's actually my favorite. I prefer it to Silver Mountain Water. So if you're really digging Silver Mountain Water, and you may not like Mephisto as much as I do, but it's worth getting 2 ml just so you can check it out. I always recommend anybody that likes Silver Mountain Water, give Mephisto a shot. Just check it out. You may end up being, it was okay, but I prefer Silver Mountain Water. Or, holy shit, thank you, Ross. I love it. I need a bottle. You never know. That's what's good about those 2 ml samples. All right, got to skip down. Proper getting into the new mic look. Yeah, you have to be close to it. I've figured out the situation. I'm so here for it. Yeah, look, you lean into the mic. Look how much clearer it is. Now I lower my voice as I get closer. I try to anyways, unless I get really excited. New graphics card will be here Thursday, as will the cable that I need so I can use my camcorder, because my capture card's here. Yeah, pretty excited. Well, thank you, sir. I'm really digging it too, so much so that I inked it on my body. I'm glad you like it though. Well, I like Sillage too, but if I put it next to Silver Mountain Water, it's good enough. That's what it is with these chemically synthetic, because it smells really cheap up close. Out in the air, it smells beautiful. Club de Nuit Sillage. I'm a fan. I wear it more than Silver Mountain Water. So with what I'm about to say, don't think I don't like sillage. But if I had to pick between Silver Mountain Water's quality and 100 bottles of sillage, I'd have batting practice with those bottles of sillage. Silver Mountain Water is way better. It's way more expensive. And sometimes good enough is good enough. And that's why a lot of people enjoy sillage. Like I said, I wear it more often, honestly, because it does perform better. And my wife likes it just as much. But it is noticeably more cheap smelling up close. So that's my thoughts on that. I enjoy both. I have both. I wear both. But if I had to pick, I would take the Creed. All right. Screw his dad and put him in the stupid polka dots and still got over. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, let me find a stopping point here. Skipping down. FWO for life. Let him know, my man. So we got one left. Plume Impression. Etat de Grace is, I believe, how you say that. Now, what I remember about this one, I want to say this is like a citrus aromatic fougere-ish type of profile, like in the realm of like an Eau Sauvage. If I remember correctly, that's why I picked it. I don't remember because I have looked at the notes. Just don't remember specifically. Now, Royal Bourbon, the fragrance I have before this one from this brand, one of the best tobacco fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. Holy shit, is that amazing. Holy shit, is it a believable, boozy, having a glass of cognac and smoking a cigar at a lounge. It is so realistic. It is so good cigar tobacco. High quality shit here. It's expensive. It's niche. It's over $200, but Royal Bourbon captivated me so much that I was like, yes, let me try another fragrance from this house. That's why I have this bottle right now. I was looking through them and not all of them spoke to me. This one, I was like, I bet I'd like that one. I want to say it was like citrus aromatic fougere-ish kind of stuff. Aromatic fougere with a lot of citrus. Like Scandal meets Eau Sauvage kind of style. If I remember correctly, that's why I picked it. I just don't know if I'm remembering correctly or not. Their bottles are quality stuff, though. Heavy, heavy glass. Ooh, slipped right out my hand. Heavy cap. I mean, slipped right out of my hand. Let's give it a spritz in the air. See what the atomizer is looking like. Yeah, kind of barbershop-ish. We're going to give a spray, kind of just paintbrushed at it. Literally just went the whole way down my forearm, beyond the tattoo. Ooh, quality stuff. God, they use such good oils. I mean, you would expect that over $200, right? Okay, so musk. Wasn't expecting a lot of musk, but it's a slightly animalistic musk. It's like that civet kind of muskiness. So those of you that like that kind of stuff, you'd like this. I'm not a huge fan of that. Certain instances, I'm cool with it, and it's not bothering me. I don't think it's off-putting, but I immediately get that. So this could go one of two ways is basically what I'm saying. So let me dive a little bit deeper. That musk has a little bit of a funk to it that I'm not a fan of. Clearly airy, citrus, very aromatic. I'm sure it's lavender. It's very aromatic, but not super soapy. No, not most. So there's levels of quality to synthetics, just like there are levels to quality of naturals. Yeah, keep that in mind because there's high-end niche that uses synthetics, but it'll still smell of quality. Even certain fragrances with ambroxan smell of quality, certain ones. So it depends on the quality of the materials used, where they're sourced, how they're blended with other notes, how the note breakdown will come across, the accords created. Like there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it. It is getting better. It kind of reminds me of something, though. It's familiar. And not Eau Sauvage and not Scandal, because I'd love it if it smelled like those. It's got like an earthy floral tone, but again, very aromatic, barbershop-ish, but not completely. I got both. They're both great. If I had to pick one, though, I'd actually, believe it or not, take regular Mephisto over Gentle Uomo. And Gentle Uomo is one of the freshest, most just so fresh fragrances I've ever smelled that stays fresh for the whole life of the fragrance. It's just so bright. Super watery, fresh musk. Clean musk, not this kind of musk. Clean. That's the kind of musks I like. Clean musk. This is getting much better very quickly. The opening was just a little too like animalistic muskiness, kind of funky, almost cumin meets civet. Might even be some cumin in here, but if it is, it's not much mixing with civet. Whatever they list as musk, it's more of a civet type of musk. It is getting a lot better. Very classy stuff. This is not an easygoing fragrance. It's an everyday professional scent, though. Here we go. They have a hair mist. So it's pretty highly rated from those that have rated it. Floral, there you go. Fruity, woody, sweet, spicy. Apricot, I get none of. None of. They don't even list musk. I smell musk. Carnation, tuberose, patchouli, peony, cedarwood. See, and it's not like it's floral, but it's like an earthy, darker floral that's got, like, I'm surprised there's no lavender here because it's very aromatic. And it's not super creamy. Like, I'm kind of surprised at tuberose. I've looked at this note breakdown. I just didn't remember it. I just couldn't pull it up in the Rolodex. I didn't look at it well enough, I guess. Like it, don't love it. This is going to be the lowest rated of the three. It's not as captivating for me. I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a full wearing. And if it doesn't improve after one wearing, I might not go back to it. I don't know. We'll see. But where I stand right now, it's like a 6.5. It's better than good. It's quality stuff. If you're into this type of profile, it would probably be a 9 out of 10 for somebody because it's upper echelon of this smell. It's much more of a musky fragrance than this note breakdown will lead you to believe, at least to me. I get no apricot. Maybe it's my skin chemistry because they list fruity as the number 2 accord. I get none of that. I get florals, woods, musk. Oak moss makes sense. A little herbal, but not really heavy. I wouldn't call it green. Like, that's probably the spiciness. Like, they got spicy as the 5th accord. I agree with that. It's a little bit of spiciness. And it's probably the oak moss because there's nothing else that I would say is a spicy note here. It is getting smoother, and I am getting some tuberose now. It's starting to jump out. It is kind of rearing its head. I do smell distinctive tuberose now. So if you can't stand tuberose, steer clear because it is starting to come out pretty much to the forefront at this point, which for me is making it better because I like tuberose. I like florals. I get no peony. Carnation, sure, okay, I guess. Like, I couldn't distinctively tell you carnation's in there, but tuberose, yeah, now, very much. At first, no. After just 2 or 3 minutes, yeah, getting plenty of tuberose. It's tuberose and woods, and that muskiness is calmed down, but I still smell musk. I wonder what's attributing to that. I'm going to stick with 6.5. Better than good. Quality stuff. Not a safe blind buy, but there's people that love this type of scent profile. Probably several of you in this chat would probably love this fragrance. It's just not my style. It's not something that speaks to me. Nothing bad about this fragrance. It's just not my personality. It's not something I'm going to want to reach for. I will give it a full wearing and see if that changes. And if I start to like it a little bit more, I'll give it another full wearing. And maybe 2-3 weeks from now, you hear me saying, guys, I was wrong about this one. This one grew on me. Holy shit, I love this now. It's like an 8.5 for me. That's happened before, more than once. But where I stand right now, better than good. 6.5 out of 10. I bumped state of mind, open mind to 8.5. I'm loving this. Honoki wood is shining. And I'm sticking to my 9 out of 10 for Caribbean Supernova. Casanova, sorry. The woody note, that vetiver is coming out more. Ooh, this continues to develop really well. It's so laid back. That vibe has not changed. I can describe it the way I describe French Riviera because I've said French Riviera is not a special scent when you smell it. It's not going to like, oh, it's the most unique thing ever. It's the feeling of wearing it. It's the vibe that it creates. That's exactly how I feel about this. That's why it gets the 9. That's why it's the highest rated of the 3. I like it more than Cocktails and Catamarans, which is hard for me to even say. So I love Cocktails and Catamarans. It's a beautiful fragrance. All right, now, let's see. We're 5 minutes over an hour. We'll do an hour and a half. Let's hang out. My French spelling? Or you mean pronunciation? I don't know. Certain ones I'm okay with. Certain ones. Right? I mean, if I had to pick, I stand by what I said. Lafayette Street was planning on swapping my Green Irish Tweed for Silver Mountain Water. Glad I didn't swap if they are similar. Lafayette Street and Silver Mountain Water? That I don't know. Hamptons is kind of like Silver Mountain Water, though. Not as good. I did a collaboration review with Chad. I bought a bonbon sample, and it was kind of sour on me, but inky, musky. It's similar. That's there. Hamptons is Bond number 9's Silver Mountain Water. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. It's scripted. They really get hurt, and they're not really trying to knock each other's teeth out, but they do get hurt. Yeah, it's scripted. I hate civet. And look, I was thinking that's what I was smelling, and I still get a little bit of a muskiness. I don't know. It's just some kind of reaction with my skin up top because you saw the notes. Nothing there. I actually don't mind civet in the right formula. If it's in the right fragrance, it works for me. But I would say it's like 50-50. No, natural grapefruit, yeah. You can't. It's synthetic. Yeah, for sure. Because certain naturals just don't work. But there's certain grapefruit accords that smell amazing, like a fresh cut pink grapefruit, but it is a synthetic. See what I'm saying? Mike, actually, funny that you mentioned this about grapefruit. Mike from Day 3 Fragrances specifically talked about this in our live stream last week because he's a self-taught perfumer and he does phenomenal work too. That's a good question. It's right here. That's hard to say because I do love this. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say sense of humor is still better. It's more vibrant, fun, and casual, where Open Mind has a bit more class and elegance to it. Like you can dress this one up a lot better because this is still a very casual fragrance. And sure, you can wear it with whatever you want. This can be just as casual as this, but this will dress up a bit better because it's so woodsy green, whereas this is fresh, fruity, citric green. The ambroxan in here livens the fragrance up. This one's got ambroxan, and it works like ambroxan should. It doesn't overtake the fragrance. It helps everything else. These are both... I'm totally getting another fragrance from them. 8.5, and I think I gave... Actually, I think both of them are 8.5s. I think I gave this one an 8.5 as well. I really like this house. And if I get the purple bottle, Judgment Day Purple, as I was told, Creation Inspiration, I think is what it's called. If I end up loving that one too, I'm just going to start getting the whole damn house. Because I'm 2 for 2. 2 for 2 with State of Mind. Great house. As long as you like tea fragrances. It's based around tea. They work for me. I like them. Where was I? Okay, right here. I hate carnation. Never smelled good to me. That's fair. Find out all the ads are for caps. That's the cookies doing their thing. So I get hat commercials all the time on YouTube, like all the time. I've never even heard of that. What is that? Yes, sir. I've never seen that ad for French Riviera. Hello from India. How are you? Just popping in during my NYC commute home. Tab 01 from Zara. The Spritz of Silent Rescue from Day 3. Hope you're having safe travels back. You're definitely smelling good. Darren J, good to see you. Making Sense Juniper Satellite. Shout out to Mikey Densmore. He messaged me 2 days ago. And he's like, same address, right? So apparently Mike's sending me something. So he's got some new concoctions. We'll be doing a live stream checking out. Shout out to Michael Dinsmore. He does phenomenal work. You know, start I was like, nah, too feminine, but it grew on me. Now I love the spice in the tuberose, even if it's slightly feminine to my nose. Tuberose just works for me. Like tuberosa. Any of you ever tried tuberosa from Nichane? Straight up women's fragrance. Amazing. I still want a bottle. Amazing. I love tuberose. I love the tuberose in 1 Million Parfum. Anytime tuberose shines in a fragrance, as long as it's not surrounded by heavily feminine notes and doesn't smell too girly, if it's adding femininity to a profile, I'm cool with that. But if it's just surrounded by femininity, sometimes a little too much for me. But tuberose is one of those floral notes I quite enjoy. Very much. Noted. You want to know what's a beast? This bad boy. Nitro Red. Everything I've heard is true. It's getting better and better. It's getting fruity. That fruitiness is not going away. It's like transition to a different fruity note. I get the BR540 tie-in. It doesn't smell exactly like BR540, but I get the tie-in. It's not just because the bottle's red. All right. Naja and Ajazi. Michael Garza, good to see you. Galloway is on the menu. Such an underrated gem. You're the second person in the chat to bring that one up today. Girlfriend wants one that's sweet, creamy, like vanilla aspect to it. Earl Grey tea, bergamot. And bergamot is the most used smell in men's cologne. Yes, it is. So tea fragrance wouldn't scare me. Well, that's not even about being scared. There's just different types of tea notes. Some are a bit more herbal. Some are darker. Some are more earthy. Some are a little spiced. Some are lemony. All depends. Cool Water Intense, great fragrance. Yeah, State of Mind. Neil, I think, wherever he's at, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Neil bought a bunch of samples from them and seems to really enjoy the house. You can get a bunch of different samples. Let's go to So Avant-Garde. State of Mind. So they got the whole collection. It's like, let's go look at this one. Choose options. So they're out of samples currently on Open Mind that we talked about here today. They have 20 mLs, and you can get a 2-pack of 20 mLs. See, they're pricey. $285. It's expensive niche, you know. So that's why I say definitely just get a sample. Don't just dive into it because look, $550, and then you can save 20%. TLTG 20 will knock 20% off of that. So like say you wanted to get a 20 ml, you get 20% off of that. So it's like $25, $24 you get off. So, but I want to get this one next. Creative Inspiration. I think I'll enjoy it. Let's look at those notes one more time. Bergamot, oolong tea, iris, pimento, jasmine, rice powder, musk, sandalwood, licorice. Doesn't that sound interesting? And then the bottle looks amazing. All of these bottles look amazing. Even the brown one. Spontaneous Generosity. Let's see what's going on with this one. Assam Black Tea, Summer Flush Fig. Something specific fig. Tonka Bean, Peru Balsam. So it's got a creaminess. Coumarin and benzoin. Cherry Sandalwood Caramel. Look at this. The interesting note breakdowns every single time. I'm going to end up with all of these. Aesthetic Turbulence. Love the name. I like every single bottle. Oolong tea, mandarin, green tea pearls, jasmine, immortelle, red pepper, licorice lapdanum. Another interesting note breakdown. French Gallantry. Dedrick has this one. He said he enjoys it. I've never looked at the notes, though. Black tea, Kenia, tomato, basil, sage and thyme, bay tree, oregano, heliotrope, leather, animal notes, amberwood. That's like, could be something challenging. Secret of Success with the smoke gray bottle. Cincha tea, grapefruit, cinnamon, lang lang, rosemary, oud, vanilla, cardamom. I bet that one's good. That sounds like that'd be really good. Natural Elegance. That's a black bottle. Yunnan green tea and apricot, ambroxan, jasmine, osmanthus, patchouli, and oak moss. So this is going to be an earthy fragrance because osmanthus is kind of an earthy floral. You got oak moss and patchouli. Little herbal tea here. Magnetic balance between simplicity and elegance of a feminine spirit. So apparently it's a feminine leaning fragrance. I want to try them all. I've been impressed so far. Both the two I've tried have been great. I literally wore Sense of Humor last week. Good stuff. Wife doesn't like heavy florals, but I love it. It's phenomenal. It's probably the best tuberose fragrance I've ever smelled. I smelled it with Andrea in one of the blind smelling rates we did on her channel a couple years ago, and I was in love with it. I ended up spraying it on my skin. Tuberosa. Whew. Man, so good. Oh, no. Yeah, haven't broke it. Of course, Overdose is really nice. Have Nitro Red coming next week. Halloween Man X will give a few wearings for the warmer weather hits here in Maine. Limited edition, supposed to be an X-Straight. I don't think you need it. That's some potent stuff, man. It's really strong. If you like lavender, yes, it does tie into the DNA. You get a little bit of the apple pie, but it's very lavender heavy. The color of the juice is fitting. It's purple juice, very lavender heavy, and olive tree kind of gives it this thick texture to the aroma, almost like an oily residue, if you will. You know, it's fragrance oils, I get it, but you can smell texture sometimes as well, hence why we bring up creamy, watery, all these different things, earthy. It's quite nice. I did a full review on it. God, it's crazy to think that was over 4 years ago I did the review on Boss Bottled Infinite. A long time ago. It was like January 2020 I did that full review. January, February. Good, though. We got a double type the other day, and now you say it's good. I guess I'm getting a new fragrance in my collection soon. Well, I'm going to have a review out in like 2 days. I'm going to spend some time with it, and I'm going to send a review out. Doing a collaboration with the Perfume Box. They sent it my way. And they offered it up. Like, this one's getting a lot of love. You might want to check it out. And I was like, you know what? Great timing, because I get asked about it all the time. What the hell? Sure. I'll check that one out. Glad I did. I see Nitro, I think WCW. Hell yeah. So Dedrick is still here. He's tried Spontaneous Generosity as well. What about French Gallantry? I thought you said you had that one, right? Talk to me about that one, D. You want to jump on for a minute? We got a little bit of time. If you got some time, I got some time. It's only an hour 17. I'm going to send you the link just in case. And I have a text. Is that you saying tag? No, it's Justin. I'm going to send you the link. If you're available, D, click it. Talk to me about Spontaneous Generosity and French Gallantry. I'll send it to you on IG so you can get to it from your computer. There we go. Dedrick Hicks Jr. We just like trade StreamYard links on there, because the last thing that was sent in that conversation was him sending me a StreamYard link. Got tracking from Kix Griffey on IG. Shout out to Kix Griffey. That is TLTG approved. Kix Griffey. Let's see. So fresh on the radar. In 2 days, I will. Got people asking me about when's the review going to be up on Nitro Red. So Timeless Style, just done to Argos's quality and elegance. Bergamot, Clean Haitian Vetiver, Earthy Violet. It's the main takeaways, and it's like very realistic, bitter, juicy bergamot at the top. Almost has that dill smell to it, the way the bergamot comes across, very juicy. Yeah, Timeless Style. It's going to smell like it's been done before, because it has been, but it's done to, Argos's tier. It's kind of how you can look at it. Let me look at some thoughts. Thought notes come from a single ingredient product. Not necessarily. Sometimes, like with leather, for example, that's a combination of notes to create a leather accord. There's no leather oil, for example. So licorice, I'm not saying they can't make an oil from it. I would think they do, because it's been used for years. But it does smell genuinely like licorice, black licorice most of the time. Haven't tried it. If Dedrick comes on, you'll be able to see what do you think? He's typing. You might not be able to get on then. You watching your kids right now? D. Not able to jump on. Well, there you have it, guys. Dedrick said, screw you. That's not what he said, but oh no, all good, D. We'll do another 10 minutes. We'll shut it down in an hour and a half. No big deal. Now, marshmallow is going to be an accord that's created. I doubt they're making oil from marshmallows. So, same thing with licorice. It's probably just a created accord out of some sugary notes. No biggie. I think that Porto Neroli smells like sunscreen. Not to me. I don't find it does. Well, at least Neroli Portofino in general. I haven't smelled the Alhambra take on it. Oh, yeah, I have. With Nathan when I was still in Colorado. State of Mind's 30% off. Crazy to get at least one. Well, there you go. In Brazil, it's 30% off, so even better. Same pricing. Great surprise from Burlington. Swiss Arabian Casablanca. Ooh, I would have liked to come across that one. I want to try all of them. I want to try it. Like I started looking at all of them once I got this one, and like once I sprayed it after that shorts video, I was like, let me take a look. I was like, damn, I want to check these all out. Just tried Hawass, Cool Water Intense, OMFG. Crazy as hell. That's two good ones. Definitely two good ones. So yeah, I saw. So anybody have any questions before we shut it down? We'll be shutting it down in about 8 minutes, roughly. I'm going to do kind of a hard stop at around an hour and a half. Also, any of you that haven't seen either of the review videos today, did a full review on Pear Potion as well as a full review on Milano Privé. So those both came out. Typically, when you see multiple individual fragrance reviews, it's because I know they're not going to do shit in views. So I go ahead and release a few of them. And whoever wants to watch them can watch them. They'll build over time. Whatever. They're just not going to have steam up front. And I had a feeling that's what happened the other day. That's what happens most days, unless it's like some hype new release. Like this has 17,000 views. Shorts video has 15,000 views. Like, yeah, because it's a hot commodity. And there that went. So nothing happened. But word to the wise, cap doesn't hold as strong as you would like it to. It's fine. It didn't break or nothing. It's all good. But point being, fragrances like that are hype new releases, like this will probably do pretty good. I would think this will probably do pretty good because it's got a lot of hype behind it. People are going to search it. People are going to click it. Like I said, I'm getting messages on IG. When's the review? You got a review up? What you think about it? What's the longevity like? That's always the main question. What's performance? How long does it last? Is it a beast like I hear? So I'll find out. I'm going to spend some time with it, and we'll do a full review video. All right. Ooh, I got behind pretty quick. Really good aquatic marine fragrance that's a little bit of woodiness. I can give you one that's very woodsy with a little bit aquatic, because one immediately came to mind. Kenzo Homme Intense came to mind immediately. It's slightly aquatic, very woody dominant. Really good. Performed really well too. Kenzo Homme Intense. Look into that one. Never sampled it. I've heard good things. I've just never sampled it. Oh, wow. That's not a good thing. Dior Homme Cologne. They smell absolutely nothing alike, my man. Dior Homme Cologne smells like lemonade. Dior Homme 2020 is a very woody dominant fragrance with next to no citrus. Like Dior Homme Sport, the newest version, has more citrus than Dior Homme 2020. But yeah, Homme Cologne and Dior Homme 2020 couldn't be more different. You're not going to see that ever on my channel, because aside from doing stuff like we're doing right now where I'm just testing stuff, I don't like, all right, today I'm going to do 3 sprays of this. I'm going to hit 2 sprays of this right here and then go out in the world. I don't do that. I just pick a fragrance and stick with it. I think layering's overcomplicating things and kind of insulting to the individual fragrance, because it's like you're not getting the full experience out of the one fragrance. Because I look at it as if you feel like, I'll keep using these. If you feel like this isn't good enough on its own that you have to add this to it, do you really like this in the first place? If you have to add something else to it, it's just kind of how I view it. No shade to anybody that wants to do it. You do whatever you want. I just don't. So you won't see layering videos from me because I don't intentionally layer. When I'm testing things, it's naturally I got multiple things on. But as far as like picking my scent of the day, I don't do it. It's just not my thing. I get why people want to do it. It doesn't make sense for me at all. So you won't see that video ever, my man. I appreciate that you would like to see more content, different things from me, and I appreciate the request. It's just something that it's not true to me, so I won't do a video that doesn't relate it personally to me. So I've smelled neither. Why would I give you you know what, Joe? Fougere Royale, I heard Justin likes it, so that one. That's all I could give you here. It's like, what do you expect me to say? If you're like, even if you didn't try them, which one should I get? Well, I know Justin likes Fougere Royale. Let's go with that. According to Justin, I'm going to speak on his behalf. You should sample, because I don't want him to. Don't tell people to buy stuff on my behalf. Sample Fougere Royale would be the recommendation, I guess, even though I haven't sampled it myself. I'm interested in it, though. I like Fougeres. I've heard I'd like it. Ormond Jane Ivernia, I've never even looked into. Ooh, yeah, Danye's good one. Similar to it specifically, not that comes to mind. I haven't wore Danye in a while. I get more of a blonde woods, cashmere, Mysore sandalwood kind of thing from it. Nothing really comes to mind specifically. I'd have to revisit it and then start going to other fragrances that smell like unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you on that one. Don't break your floor. It sounded like that, right? Sure did. All you got to type in is TLTG Paradise Garden in the search bar, and poof, there's a review video. Anytime you're curious, type in TLTG and the name of the fragrance. And if I got a video on it, whether it's a list video, an individual review, a part of a live stream, a first impressions, part of a haul, whatever, it'll come up. TLTG, fill in the blank. I started off with an 8, and as it started to settle into the heart and the Hinoki wood came out more, I bumped it to an 8.5. It's really good. And it's kind of the Tar Heel bottle is how I look at it. I said, go heels as soon as I pulled it out. It's straight up baby blue. Bottle's gorgeous. Fragrance is really good, too. Really good. Not as fresh. It's ozonic. It's not aquatic like I thought it would be. It's very airy, green, a little citrusy and very woodsy. Very woodsy. So far, I'm loving both of the ones I tried. I want to try the purple bottle next. Creation Inspiration. It's an iris fragrance. Iris and tea. I want that one next. I want to check that one out. Right back at you, sir. Oh, so it's a Montal. It's Fougere's Marine. Fougere's Marine. I have. They announced them like 6 months ago or something like that. Thank you, sir. Oud for Glory. Great choice for Oud for Greatness. Yeah, YouTube's bad for that, man. Yeah, it does smell similar to the Sport. Honestly, the Sport smells like it's got more going on. It's more complex on my skin. Like I get more out of it. Whereas the Orem 2020 is like very straightforward, very straight up like soft woods. Super versatile though. Good stuff. Everything I've gotten has been sent to me by Kajal, so it's always full presentation. So I don't know if their testers come with caps. I think they do. I'm pretty sure they do. I haven't had anybody tell me otherwise. Yeah, like more power to whoever wants to do it. I just don't. I think that's kind of, I've always looked at it as overcomplicating things. Just pick your fragrance you want to wear and roll with it. It's already a challenge enough when you collect amass a certain amount of fragrances. It's already a challenge enough to figure out what you're going to wear on a day-to-day basis. Like I try to plan the madness as best I can. It doesn't always work out. But then to be like, all right, now I'm going to add something else to that decision-making process on top of that. Like it just seems like too overcomplicating things to me. Have a good one, Giancarlo. We're about to shut it down here in just a moment. So we see stuff like that. Yeah. Enhancers or layering same scent profile stuff from other products like Aftershave Splash, a lotion, a shower gel you take a shower with and you spray the fragrance when you get out. Aftershave, beard balms and beard oils, like same scent profile stuff. Yeah. Product layering. Absolutely. So I'm going to skip down a little bit. Always blind buy, never sample. Solid advice, Jason. You should start your first official live stream with that sentiment right then and there. So that should be your intro. So first things first, my name is Jason Vircher. Welcome to Sips and Sniffs. This is my buddy Hidden Gems. So the first thing we'd like to say is always blind buy, never sample. That should be your intro. Huh? What do you think? And then you could drop your business card and say, buy a house from me. I'm just playing. I'll be watching, my man. Oh, wow. I appreciate that. Just felt like asking for the layering thing. No worries. I gave you a very honest answer. I try to give you guys what I really think when I get asked these questions. That's genuinely what I think. I appreciate you. It's nothing negative towards you in any way, shape, or form. Kids can be on live too. What do you mean? I'm always blown away by your capacity to instantly recall note breakdowns from fragrances in a collection. That's fucking huge, mind-boggling. Well, it doesn't always work out, but if I have experience with it and it's more than just one time that I've smelled it, it usually goes in that mental Rolodex I always refer to. I'm usually pretty good about it. Not always pretty good about it, but I try. George literally told me that yesterday. He's like, you remember fucking everything. He's like, you literally remember everything, which I don't. I get what he meant, but I remember a lot of things. Things that in the real world outside of social media are less relevant. But you know how it is when things are important to you, you retain the information, right? When I'm into something, I want to know as much about it as possible. I'm that kind of guy. If I'm really into something, I study it, basically. And when it comes to fragrance, it's all about repetition and constantly experiencing different things and training your nose and training just ways to detect these different things, which I am no perfectionist about. I am no aficionado. I am nothing outside of an enthusiast. I just love this stuff. I just get pure joy out of experiencing different aromas is what it comes down to. Why so serious? Exactly. Never tried. Wrong channel for the skin, people. Not necessarily. I mean, I don't really use any lotions in anything. I mean, I've been getting a lot of tattoos lately. I've been using Aquaphor a lot. Does that count? I use Dove for Men soap bars, the green one, and Clean Comfort when I can. That's my favorite scent, the baby blue one. Not just because of the color. It smells the best to me. The green one, the energizing or whatever. Because I buy them in bulk at Sam's Club. I buy a big bulk pack of the soap bars. It's my favorite. It's quarter moisturizing bar. I use that. Degree Cool Rush. Been using that since I was a teenager. That's my deodorant of choice. Now, I do have several different shave sets and aftershaves and stuff like that. I don't use my beard oils that I have. Just kind of have them. That's about the extent of it. And Aquaphor for all the constant ink I keep getting. Which I have to Aquaphor my new tattoos tonight. So Oud for Glory is pretty close. It's one of the more appreciated inspirations of the profile. Consider it done. There we go. So you now officially have the intro to the first official Sips and Sniffs YouTube. Jason Vircher telling you how you should only blind buy. Do not sample first. Have a good one, Roy. You have a good one, sir. L'Homme Le Parfum versus Boss Bottle Infinite. Which one's best? They're actually pretty different. I'd have to go L'Homme Le Parfum. It's kind of like the blue fragrance twist on YSL L'Homme. I haven't worked in a long time, though. But there was a stretch where I was going for it pretty often in the spring and fall. Montclair Pour Homme. Also just got Lamar. Hell yeah. Also have Massa on the way. That's another good one. Really, really good one. Yes, sir. No, I haven't gotten Vintage Radio yet. I'm so hype with nothing but copy and paste. There should be a loud shout to people like you who are actually knowledgeable. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Michelle. Michelle is cool, man. I wish her tons of success with her new fragrance launch and all that good stuff. Michelle is cool, man. She does her own thing. She's carved out her path. She's doing well. She's very successful. I'm super happy for her. You know, she's much more successful than I am here on social media, you know. So no shade towards her. Shout outs to Michelle. We're cool. We talk once in a while. Been a little while, but we talk once in a while. We're cool. But I appreciate the compliment. You know, I just want to make sure I understand. Nothing but love here from Michelle on this channel. I give her a hard time sometimes about the heavy spraying shit, but just because I don't do it. But hey, more power to everyone else that does. So it's all about intensity. The volume can be a byproduct of the intensity. Are you getting, so actual failure is when you fail at the best form you can have in the exercise. When you start losing proper form, you're at failure. Now, I'm not saying a cheat rep and a half rep in certain exercises are great to really push to true failure, but as long as your form's good, once you exhaust the muscle with the most proper form you can maintain, you're at failure. That's true intensity. You're really pushing yourself. And then in certain exercises, the last set, most exercises, the last set, I'll do a drop set where I drop the weight. So the rep range becomes irrelevant. Do I have in my mind a certain rep I'd like to get to, 12 or 15 or something like that? Yeah. Doesn't always pan out. Sometimes it might be 11 or 9 or 13. Sometimes I get to 15 and I'm like, I got 3 more in the tank, and I'll give the 3 more, even though 18 doesn't sound like necessary. But to get to the point of training with the intensity I want, sometimes it's necessary. Now, if it's a feeder warm-up set, no, I'll stop at 15 reps, even though I'm just kind of just warming the movement and the joints and the tendons up. I'm not trying to, because if I'm just tossing it around and stopping at 15, then I could probably double that at least. Certain warm-up sets. Like when I get on a 15-degree incline bench, like today, I did chest. The first pressing exercise after I do high to low cable flies, which is the first exercise. The second exercise is my first press. 15-degree incline, dumbbell press. I start off with the 30s. Go into I increase 15 reps each way. Go into the 45s, the 60s, the 75s, the 90s. Then I go to 110. Then I do the 120s and I stop. Because by the time I'm hitting the 120s, because no lift, no spot, it's just me. I don't have a training partner. It's a lot of energy to get it up, to get those up, get them back and hoist them up, and nobody giving you any help. So I'll get 7, 6, 7, maybe 8, depends on the day. I'm getting weaker. Today it was only 6. I am getting weaker because I'm depleted and been in a deficit for a while. And I'm not close to a high carb day. It's been several days since the last one. I get one every like 10 days. So point being, it all depends on where your body fatigues with proper form. That's the moral of the story with the examples I'm giving. So the volume becomes irrelevant as long as you're putting the proper intensity into your training. Training intensity with proper form, to me, is the most important factor. Obviously, you want to keep tension on the muscle and not stack your joints to release the tension. Like you don't want to lock your elbows out on pressing motions, and you don't want to fully extend out on pulling motions. Once in a while to get a good stretch, maybe early on. When you start getting heavy, you want to keep the weight on your lats when you're doing pull downs and stuff. Like I could go on and on and on, but some people aren't interested in hearing that. But that's what it comes down to, is the intensity. It makes the volume irrelevant per set. Now, number of sets, that depends on your goals, what your nutrition's like, how well do you recover, what type of supplementation are you doing, how do you respond to the supplementation. There's a lot of factors into that, on how many sets per exercise should you put into this level of intensity per set. That's something that needs to be tailor-made to the person. That's not just something. So like any of these fitness channels you're watching, they're like, you should do this many sets, this many. They're just throwing cookie cutter generic shit at you and getting views. That's all that is. They're not catering anything to you. Whereas it's click the link for online coaching. Now we'll cater it to you for a few $100s a month. That's different. That's online coaching. I pay for online coaching because I'm competing. And I need the expertise of a proven winner. An IFBB pro who's my coach, has been coach of the year in the state in 2022 and 2023, and she's up for it again this year. So I went with a proven winner that my friends use. So I know that's a lot of information, and it doesn't completely answer your question. That's because I can't completely answer your question. I did the best I could, though. Hope that makes sense. Well, hello there, Josh. That's you renewing. So we need to go ahead and sign off Butterfingers today. Yeah, I sure did drop that damn bottle. That's what I get for holding it from the cap when I was showing you guys. Here we go. Just got done shopping at Ross and picked up my first bottle of Aqua Cinziale. Did you get the blue, though? Because Aqua Cinziale blue is where I'd be proud. Because they have Aqua Cinziale, they have Aqua Cinziale Colonia, they have Aqua Cinziale blue. Colonia is good. Actually, my least favorite's the original. Did you get blue? That's where I'd say you get the soft live stream clap. Which, if you like Aqua Cinziale, hey, great find for you. I just prefer blue. It's my favorite of the bunch. New stuff, especially Mars Blue Oud and Cuff. Okay. Don't get to the like. Damn it, not blue. That's okay. Look at it as a smokeless Bleu de Chanel because it's similar to Bleu de Chanel, the one you got. It's not bad. It's good fragrance. It's just I really like blue. Still proud. As long as you like it, I'm proud of you. Look at it that way. As long as you like it, I'm proud of you. That's all that matters. As long as you feel like you're getting your money's worth. What? Who the hell are you talking about? What about Vice Saint Guy all over? Is that legit? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I appreciate $2 super chat, but I haven't a clue what you're talking about, Ryan. Drawing a blank here, man. I have no clue. Maybe real quick, you can elaborate what the fuck you're talking about before we sign off, because I have no clue what you're talking about. Enlighten me. Still don't know who the fuck that is. I don't watch a lot of fitness content and stuff like that. I really don't know. And y'all were talking about RP the other day. He came up on my feed. Google's always listening. I've seen him before doing podcasts with different people and all that. He's kind of he's clearly knowledgeable, but I don't vibe with his personality. Kind of like Greg Doucette or whatever. Like, I can't stand that dude to hear him talk. Like, his voice is like nails on a chalkboard to me. I've said that before on the live stream. Some people you just don't want to watch, you know? Now, some people hate Bradley Martin. I actually enjoy him and Sarah quite a bit. I don't watch them for fitness. I like their personalities. I like listening to them. Like Mommy Daddy Talk, their podcast. I watch just about every episode because I like them. Like, that's I relate. I would hang out with them is basically what it comes down to. That's why I watch them. I typically watch people I would want to hang out with, which is kind of my understanding, my philosophy. I would like to think y'all watch me because if you could, you'd hang with me, right? You're virtually hanging with me right now. Kind of how I look at it. Bright leather's good, man. It's good stuff. Red leather's actually really good too. Surprised me quite a bit. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate everybody that contributed with super chats. Welcome to the new members. Welcome back to the renewing members. I appreciate you guys. Crazy because the guy's all over the place, especially on YouTube ads. Yeah, I haven't seen him. Real quick before I go, I am doing men's classic physique. Classic bodybuilding. So classic physique. Yeah, it's just hilarious. He's 260, bro. Right? It's just funny shit. It became a meme, so he really runs with it, you know? Yeah, Raw Talk, that's where all that shit happens. I watch Raw Talk. He's always got a good guest on. Not always, but most of the time. Just like I watch Impulsive. People hate Logan Paul. I enjoy Impulsive. You know, I do. He's always got a really good guest. Like, always got a really good guest. Like, every time. I watch just about every episode of Impulsive. If we finish this, I'm going to go make my next meal. I'm going to finish watching Rhea Ripley on Impulsive before I make tomorrow's content. So I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with me. If you're interested in checking any of these out, there's links below. Sample, then do some more sampling. I don't advise blind buying. Nothing here is truly safe. I would say Caribbean Casanova is probably the safest of the bunch if you're going to do it, but blind buy at your own risk. Again, I would recommend sampling first. So no live stream tomorrow. We will be back on Thursday. Of course, we will have daily content. Be on the lookout for the review for Nitro Red coming probably within the next 2 days. Not sure exactly. I got several different content pieces that I'd like to do. I'm not sure what I'm going to film tonight, but we'll have some content tomorrow. And make sure to like the stream before you head out. Check out the 2 reviews from earlier today if you're interested. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.